What's good, YouTube? Today I will be showing you guys how to install a rear Ultra B brake on a 2024 Surron LBX. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so as you can see, the bike is kind of in pieces right now, but I'll give you guys a quick run through and it's pretty simple up to this point. So you want to take off your front number plate, kind of just set that to the side. After that, you want to take off your rear brake, and then you want to loosen these triple clamps just enough so that when you pull down on the suspension kind of lowers a little bit so that you can fit your brake lines through. After that, you want to follow your original brake line down the bike, which it should come down on the left side of the controller. And there are these two guide holes, I guess you could say, and you want to take those off. After you have those off, you want to take off this bolt right here, like a plate next to your controller. And then you want to take off these two front bolts on your bash guard. Once you have those two off, you kind of want to pull this bash guard down and loosen, or basically just take off your battery tray here. All right. So with these two bash guard bolts, you guys need to be really careful, because I stripped a bolt and it took me 2 hours to get it out. 2 hours. And I just want to show you guys, like, the stripped bolt. This right here is the stripped bolt, and this right here is the regular bolt from the other side of the bash guard. So just make sure that you guys are using the correct tools, because you guys do not want to wait 2 hours to take a bolt out. But also, I forgot to mention, on the bash guard, there are these clamps. So it clamps onto the bash guard here, and then the screw goes through it here, right? So it goes through the clamp, and it basically makes it stronger. So if you're having trouble getting the screw out, do not put more force, because then you will strip it. Instead, take like a pair of pliers and take like the clamp out, if that makes any sense. So basically you just want to bend the clamp like how I did here. It's supposed to be straight, but basically bend the clamp so that it doesn't have as much leverage. And then you want to kind of like take the screw out, if that makes sense. But on the other side, all I did was just loosen the screw and it came right off. But if you guys are having trouble, then use a pair of pliers to get this piece out. Okay, so this battery plate at the bottom, you want to undo all the screws, and then after this bash guard is pulled down, this is the block that I was talking about. It goes right there. So you want to loosen that. It's going to be quite hard. It's going to be quite finicky. After that, you take the battery lid off, like the battery plate here, and then the caliper should fit through right here. All right, so you may have noticed that the Ultra B caliper doesn't fit through. So you have to take off these two screws right here. It's pretty hard to, but we managed to get them out. And you basically just push up the battery lid. Oh, we actually bended it here. But now we can fit it through. Okay, after this, you want to get rid of your stock caliper with two 5mm Allens. So there's supposed to be two bolts here. You just take off the caliper, and if you have a little clamp thing here, then you should also take that off as well. After that, you just run the brake line all the way through, and this should be your brake. After that, you really just want to wire it, and it should fit through right here, and it just goes all the way to the rotor, which we'll be getting to the wheel in a second. All right, so after that, you want to put this battery plate back, and those are the 2 bolts, and there's 2 back here, and that little plastic piece over there. And now we're gonna start to take the wheel off, and you want to take this, like, I guess, nut off with that other side as well. Okay, so after you got the axle off, you basically want to take your chain off, and then with your old brake caliper mount, you want to pull up on the wheel and out. That's how you get this little piece off of your old brake caliper mount. All right, so after you took the wheel off, there's this screw that goes right here. Ours came with Loctite, but you would want to take that off and take this rotor piece off, which was here, and this metal clip here, which was also here. After that, you want to put this like that, the screw here. All right, so after you've done that, you want to slide the caliper on just like that with these 2 holes, and this should just slide on like that.
I actually lost a piece. It's supposed to be like a little rubber spacer, and it's supposed to go right there, but I actually lost it. But you guys are supposed to have that, and you would want to put that when you also put the other one on.
I also forgot to mention that plastic piece that goes in between the 2 brake pads. You want to take that out and then mount it on. After that, you want to put on the rotor, and you're going to be using the same bolts or screws, and you want to tighten them in diagonal. So if you tighten this one first, you want to go this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then so on and so forth. Okay, so this little nub right there, you want this right here, that right there, that little notch right there to go right in between that nub. And then you're gonna need a second person for this, but one person's gonna hold this, and one person is gonna line the rotor up with the brake pads. Yeah. Okay, so it is now on, but basically what you wanna do is this part here with the whole caliper, you wanna line it up on the brake rotor first. At least that's what we did. And then we pushed the whole wheel up, and somehow it got into that block by itself. I think we just got a little bit lucky. And then after that, we just put the axle through, tighten the axle, and it spins perfectly fine now.